Yeah, y'all know who that is? Y'all recognize him?
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the saddest of them all?
I just like the sound of it.
I do it for the squad, I do it for the set. Now they looking like Lou, what you gon' do next? Flex, you know I never had to flex. You know I never had to flex. I do it for the squad, I do it for the set. Now they looking like Lou, what you gon' do next? Flex, you know I never had to flex. You know I never had to flex. Not fond of flaunting all that I possess. I just want to be the very best, bested by my own brothers. Feel like my wings been plundered, my state begins to sunder. Like Oklahoma, I come with the thunder, and there's a lot of lightning in the sky. But when the storm comes, so do peace of mind. Just try and take it.
So my stage name is Sad Boy because I'm a morbidly depressed guy. I hate my life. I'm ready to kill myself. Not really. If it wasn't for my friends, I really feel like I would be dead, to be honest. I've met a lot of great friends traveling. I also have a lot of great friends at home. And music, expressing yourself through music is like the best thing ever. Well, Our Crisis Media is ran by Isaiah and Josh, I'm pretty sure. Josh, I don't know his last name, KMS. But Owlfest is initially something Isaiah started and Judd helps promote because Judd also knows a lot of people. They're both great artists in Shreveport and whatnot. And it's kind of a place where you take a bunch of artists trying to start, right? And it's not necessarily for people, it's for the artists. You feel me? So it's like for artists to link up and basically, what do you call that?
Collaborate?
Collaborate, I'm looking for a different word, but yeah.
Meet?
No.
I think I get the general gist of what you're saying, express themselves kind
yeah,
of.
I mean, you meet new people, and obviously if you say you've done a song with some other person, it reaches out to their fan base and just kind of, you're trying to help each other grow all together. You're trying to help each other grow as a community, which I think is pretty nifty.
So how do you think?
So this is completely hilarious, and I never thought it'd happen. It was a random friendship. Our friend Adam Lyons had added us to this East Texas Smash Bros group or whatever, because me and James Gibbons were getting into Smash super hard, and we thought, yeah, we're gonna be competitive. We're doing good anyways. So we saw that Shreveport was having an event. Shreveport's obviously, like an hour away, so let's go try it. So I ran by this guy named Isaiah. I was like, oh, he didn't know him, but we were running late, and I messaged him like, hey, are we good? And then it started from there.
I hate to say that he made it, it's that simple. Just speak gentle. Just speak gentle.
To travel. Honestly, I think some people would consider it to be tedious to travel, but I think it's cool because I'm just happy that I get to do music. So to travel, it's like an honor to travel to perform. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel it.
It's a lot of people talk about actually making art, but no one actually applies themselves. So knowing that I apply myself and have the opportunity to travel makes it great. It's lit. Texarkana. Trashercana. Not really. I don't knock the city, but the city feels like it's dead. There's nothing to do here besides other than eat. We don't have concerts, we don't have anything cool. You don't really see music getting promoted anywhere. It's really depressing. So that's why I gotta travel to Shreveport. My homeboys hooked me up. They put me on the stage because they know your boy can deliver energy, which is odd because I call myself Sad Boy. Because, if you ever listen to XXX Tentacion, he's also Sad Boy, but makes really ignorant hype music. It's kind of how I feel. Every really depressed person likes really ignorant music, but vice versa, they also like really sad music. But I think that's probably the lack of my drive to move forward with music is the fact that I have to travel to do stuff. Not necessarily that travel's bad, but the fact that I can't do anything in my hometown without moving is just kind of trash. I wish Texarkana promoted stuff like that more, which, you know, I mean, theoretically it could, but it doesn't, so.
Making it like I make these facts that he said the white man ain't supposed to rap, so I had to rise up and show him that anything is possible, living the dreams, but I gotta do everything for my team, cause they put me on.
Me and Paul started back in, what is it, we're in 2018 right now?
Yeah.
I think it was back in 2016, me and Paul would randomly just turn on beats. I remember back when I downloaded 5 instruments. It was crazy.
Will never crumble.
Hey,
I got the ball, catch it, I will not fumble.
they all cookie swoop. I mean, they all cookie sweet like toothaches. They too fake.
Like toothaches,
They too fake.
I be at the lake on.
And me and Paul would just rap on them. And then I eventually got to where I had like 100. But I made it a habit to always do stuff with Paul. And Paul always showed me stuff he wrote. I was like, man, he's like, you know, you're good at freestyling. You should try writing something. That, of course, is which I wrote that one song and then recorded and thus for it. Sent to Isaiah and I was like, that's pretty good for a first song. You should keep going, you know. Perform at this. And me and him done a couple songs and I performed at the first Outfest. And ever since then, I've kind of just like, it's been easier when you have someone there to kind of help you.
Yeah.
Bodies is a hobby. I really, you gonna catch a homie? I really, you ain't gonna do it. Bad bitch right beside me? Yeah, sucking dick is a hobby. Yeah, I'm out here trying to. Don't say louder, cause I don't like talking like that. That's disrespectful. We shouldn't talk about women like that.
Respect them.
Respect all women are queens.
Man, I'm telling you, depressed people love ignorant music. I don't know what it is. It just happens. I don't like writing ignorant music, but and we'll break down the term ignorant because some people may get offended, but I will. Ignorant, I consider ignorant to be what's the word? Like non-conscious, like music for no reason. We're talking about like sex, drugs, money, etc. I consider that to be just like trash music, in my humble opinion, because my genre is more conscious rap generally. Like I listen to like Vince Staples and stuff like that, and it's just like all this, you know. There's nothing wrong with like the genre of trap music. I do listen to it myself, but I don't necessarily support anything with it. I don't want these kids out here popping pills, you know, ODing on Xannies and stuff. Like, come on, man. That's the cool thing about Outfest is there's all kinds of people from different genres. You have like 16 and Stilo who are like more leaning towards the trap genre, which that's okay. That's energy music, you know, that's feel-good music. I like that stuff, but I feel like it is draining to listen to it 24/7, which is why I generally lean toward conscious rap. But it's odd for me to deliver hype because I use ignorant music. And also I think another thing is it's really about you and how you interact too with like the energy of the crowd. I kind of got triggered because you'd see people standing up there on the stage and they were just not doing anything, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, if you have a mic in your hand, hype your boy up. Don't let me be yelling louder for your mans than you are. And anyways, then you had this one guy had the audacity to be like, hey man, this is art, appreciate it. If you don't vibe with it, whatever, that's cool and all, but once again, you need to interact with the crowd. And I feel like no one really interacted with the crowd, so I performed, what, like 2.5 hours in? That's when the crowd finally broke. But even then, it was still hardcore after that. And I was just like, I went down there and interacted with them at one of my one songs. They were all, like, you saw a group of them over here just taking pictures. Like, no one was watching the actual set. People were ignoring it. People only showed up. I think the other thing that's irritating is people showed up only to support their, like, brand. And which is cool. I don't care. But me going out and getting off stage and traveling to all them little people during my one song, we made it. Everyone noticed me. They caught an eye like, hey, this, I guess they're like, this is trying to get my attention, you know. They didn't see anybody else make that effort. And, I mean, you know, they paid to see you. So if you got to make them want to interact type stuff. And that's why when the next song after that, everybody kind of went with this crazy. I think that's another thing that really kind of, I think a lot of people just dive off into it expecting to go for it, which there's not, I don't knock it by any means. But to make it in the music industry itself, granted there's so many large independent artists, etc., it is very hard. It takes a lot of time, a lot of work, you know. I do it for fun. I do it as a way of expressing myself. It's just a hobby. Now, if something were to come of it and say I started getting bigger, I'd maybe focus on it more. But it's really just a way for me to just kind of, because I'm not exactly, I'm going to express emotion to like everybody. And it's like kind of, you know, I'm a sad boy. Have a big heart shell. My shell's about as long as the wallet Trump wants to build. If you're depressed like me, I suggest making friends. Because my friends have definitely been my way to handle things. And they normally say, I've been told that the larger circle, like, the less real the friends are. False. I have great friends in a lot of different places. I have friends from Shreveport, Arkadelphia, or, you know, I know people everywhere. And that doesn't make, I have a lot of close friends. In fact, I don't even have a best friend. Because I tell all my friends everything. There's nothing that I wouldn't tell y'all that I wouldn't tell someone else, vice versa. And if you need somebody, you can always reach out to me. I don't know you, but you can talk to me.
I do it for the